everybody, welcome to the Friday edition of Hey, We're Talking. It's me, Scotty D. I've got Mr. Bob over there. He's got his pipe. He's got some kind of movie starting in the background. We tuned in just as the FBI warning came up, so hopefully we don't get busted.
We might.
And then Derek, how are you, my friend? Derek Tant is here.
Doing all right, Scott. I hope everybody who is listening is doing well as well.
Yeah.
Or also.
Yes, also
How
too.
you doing, Bob?
That's one of my things when people say also too. I hate that because you're just saying
Also
two
too?
twice. You're just saying also twice, basically.
I did that on purpose.
No, I know. I'm saying when people say also too, though, I'm always like, why are you saying also too?
I don't
do that.
really hear people say that. Also, too.
People say that. Just like supposedly.
Well, I say supposedly.
It's a real
for
word
fun.
I found out, and that makes me even more angry. Isn't that stupid? It's a real word. Part of the thing is our language is constantly evolving because of people using words improperly. They just go, you know what, we can't get them to stop. Just change it. I wonder if they're going to do that to your and your at some point. And that will make me very irritated because it's not the same.
Here's the thing, but yeah, I agree that it's not the same. Your and your are not the same. But what I hate is when my stupid phone, when you talk into it, my phone uses the wrong your.
Yep.
And you don't realize it until after the fact, where you post it somewhere or whatever, and then you're like, I have to edit that because my phone didn't use the proper your.
Yeah. Yeah, it happens. My phone seems to always, when I'm typing the word in or on, it chooses the opposite of whatever I'm typing in. And I and O are right next to each other on the keyboard, but I keep watching my finger and I'll be like, okay, I want to say on, and I press O-N, and then you space over, and then all of a sudden it turns to in, and I'm like, you stupid phone!
You know what you could do? You could actually go in, which I need to do this, and clear your history of words that you've typed in.
Yeah, but then it's going to start
words.
all over again, and I like that it remembers a lot of the stuff that I type a lot.
I do like it too because it makes it easier in sometimes, but if you think about the overall time that you spend correcting your stupid phone,
I don't have to correct it that often, but the ones that
I do
me,
probably because it's got so many words locked into this stupid phone.
It learned that you like to say words improperly, probably. So now,
Well, this explains why I get weird text messages from Scott saying that he's sitting in the toilet and trying to get on his car.
yeah, that's anyone who talks with me with any regularity on Voxer or anything like that will know that I usually talk to people on the toilet.
Yeah, Scott's has a lot of regularity. So
it depends what day it is. It depends what's going on. It does seem though.
The other day I called Scott on Voxer, and I'm like, "Hey man, what's going on?" Yada yada yada. We're talking. He's like, "Oh, I'm in the bathroom." I'm like, "Okay." So we have a conversation, and then later in the day, I call him again, and he's like, "I'm in the bathroom again."
I think
dude,
I have.
what the heck?
I think I have IBS, man. There's no other way to explain it because it doesn't matter if I eat healthy or if I eat junk. It could just strike at any moment, and you know what happens. You get on that pot. Well, what I do is I end up reading on the toilet and doing stuff with my phone. I had somebody get so irritated with me. It was a girl, of course, but they were like, "I can't believe you read your phone while you're on the toilet." And I was like,
"Was it a girl or a woman?"
It was a woman. You know what I mean?
I'm just. I
a woman.
Clarify.
A woman.
Okay.
A female.
Okay, just clarifying.
And I'm like, of course I read my phone while I'm on the toilet. That's disgusting. And
Who doesn't?
I'm like, dude, I've dropped a phone in the toilet before.
I watch cartoons when I'm on the bathroom in the toilet.
Derek's famous transition there. I love it. Bob's got cartoons on in the background. All right, before we do the cartoons, though, let's just say this. Thank the sponsor, Gamefly. Go to gameflyoffer.com/HWT. You cannot use / or the guitarist / from Guns N' Roses. You have to use /. Gameflyoffer.com/HWT. 30 days free to try it out. After that, you can get 1, 2, 3 games at a time. Whatever your heart desires, you just play that game and then send her back. Or him, whatever you want the game to be. We don't have to make gender-specific games. They can be whatever you want. They can be whatever you want. Let's just pretend they're not gendered games at all. All right, so you can send those games back, get a new one in the mail. It's very simple. It's very easy. It's very convenient, and you're going to save money in the long run because games are like $60 a piece. So I did, however,
and the resale value is horrible.
Yeah, but the good news is I talked about this earlier this week. I bought the game that I was playing because I liked it so much, and I got it way cheaper than when it's brand new. Because
so
it's
you
used.
Bought it through GameFly?
Yeah, you can.
Oh,
it gives
cool.
you the option. If you have one out, if you really like it, you can say keep. And you hit the keep button on your little app. You just download the GameFly app. And it's got my queue, and it's set at the top. Keep. I hit keep. And I put in all the information I needed. Bought it, and it's mine.
Was it a lot cheaper than the store?
Yeah. Yeah, it was actually about $10 cheaper than buying it on Amazon brand new.
Okay.
So I thought it was worth it. And, of course, you don't get, like, all sorts of other junk with it and stuff like that. They send it in an envelope that's got, like, a cardboard thing over it to keep it safe and all that kind of stuff. But, anyway, GameFlyOffer.com/HWT. So, today, we're going to talk about cartoons. And, Bob, you wanted to know, were there cartoons that we missed? Is that correct?
Yeah, like, what are some of the cartoons that you remember as a kid that may or may not be on still? Most of them aren't, but what are the ones you really loved as a kid, but they're gone and you miss them?
Derek, I'm going to have you go first. I'm interested to hear what you think.
Muppet Babies.
Wow. Muppet Babies.
Muppet Babies.
Yeah.
That was a great show.
That was past
It was a
my
good
time.
show.
Muppet
It was
Babies.
early 80s, but
Yeah.
it was good. It was enjoyable. They had a lot of pop culture references, and it was real interesting, I thought.
Muppet
Yes.
Babies did make my top 5 list because I love that.
Are you joking?
No, I'm totally serious. I love Muppet Babies. I mean, it was such a... Animal was the drummer, and Fred was the piano-playing dog, and...
Rolf.
Ralph.
Yeah.
Rolf.
Not Ralph.
Oh, and then you've got... Wasn't it... Oh, Fozzie, who was the comedian, the stand-up
Fozzie
comedian.
Bear, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, come on. It was
Gonzo.
classic stuff.
Are you going to go
Gonzo,
through
who's
all of
just-
them? Just name them all.
No,
Miss Piggy?
I wasn't. Miss Piggy was there.
Did they have the Swedish Chef on the cartoon or no?
No.
Not even Beaker? Did they have Beaker?
Beaker was on there.
Okay. you
Beaker
gotta have
and Beaker and Honey, Dr. Bunsen Honeydew.
Dr. Bunsen Honeydew.
Yep.
They were like they came in occasionally.
What about
They
the
were like
old men?
guests.
The grumpy old men? What about them?
No, they weren't
Nope.
there.
No. Of course, Kermit, obviously.
Kermit,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
And Scooter and Skeeter, I do believe.
Yes.
Yep.
Scooter
They
and
were on
Skeeter. Yeah, that was rough.
I just wonder what the mom looked like. Because they never showed anything above her waist.
Okay.
Nope.
Oh, boy. All
They
right.
saved,
talking
on
about-
they saved on cost. That
Bob,
Yeah, I'm just curious what she looked like.
Bob, give us a cartoon, buddy.
You guys remember Chili Willy?
I do. I think it's interesting that you like some of these really old ones, Bob, because you
That's
played
what
Betty
was on-
Boop and Popeye, and now
Well,
you're talking
I mean,
about Chili Willy.
Popeye's on my list too, but Chili Willy was, I mean, growing up in the early 80s, I mean, Chili Willy was frozen through and through. I mean, I loved watching Chili
Willy, wasn't that a really old cartoon, though?
I don't know.
I don't think it was made in the 80s, dude.
Let me Google that.
Yeah, Google that. And while you're doing that, I'll just say I'm a sucker for the classics. I'm a Flintstones, Jetsons, Bugs Bunny.
Yep.
Those are my jam. Daffy Duck. I actually like. I was gonna say I might like Daffy Duck more than I like Bugs Bunny, but that can't be true, because Bugs Bunny was the greatest. Ian Elmer Fudd had some just amazing hijinks.
Well, I'm trying to think here. I mean, when he says top 5 cartoons, are we talking about top 5 cartoon shows or top 5 cartoon characters? Because that would be a
true.
completely different show.
I didn't say characters. I just said
just
cartoons.
cartoons.
The
So,
whole. We'll
yeah.
save the characters.
And not only
for a
that,
future
let's
one.
Yeah.
limit it to our childhood, because
Yes.
there are plenty of cartoons out now that are adult themed.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
So
can
let's
name a couple
keep
of
it
them,
to the
but
childhood.
Chili Willy actually came out in 1953 and aired through live shows through 1972 which was still 7 years before I was born. But so it played on reruns. But I mean, that was part of what I had growing up. I love Chili Willy.
Yep. I also forgot to mention Tom and Jerry. Although Tom and Jerry went through a weird psychedelic phase, like just crazy, kind of like, must have been like in the 60s or early 70s. They had some very bizarre cartoons for Tom and Jerry.
I loved Tom and Jerry.
Yep.
Yeah.
So were you guys a fan of Tom or Jerry?
Oh, Jerry.
Derek?
I always felt sympathy for Tom.
Yeah, I'm a Jerry fan, and my wife is a Tom fan, and we almost got divorced over it.
It's like if you're a Roadrunner or Coyote fan.
Right, exactly.
Here's the truth. I hate them both. I always hated when the Roadrunner cartoon came on. I was just like, this is so stupid. I did like that Coyote had all those contraptions that he tried to use.
Oh, yeah, he was smart.
But I thought Roadrunner was dumb. I thought it was the stupidest thing. Yeah.
That's all he did was ran.
Yeah. Yeah. And go through
character.
really artful paintings on the side of mountains that looked like tunnels that he could go through, but somehow Coyote could not.
Well, he
I just
didn't have
wonder
the superpower.
Yeah.
I just wonder what the Coyote did for a living, so he could order all this stuff from the Acme Roadrunner Catching Corporation.
The Acme, yes.
You're like, just order a pizza, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Why do you got to worry about that?
Pizza.
Just chill
Come
out,
on, dude. Yeah.
What about DuckTales?
Nope.
Did you guys watch that at all?
This stuff is like more
Derek,
your
you're in
time frame. Yeah.
Well, you're
that was a good
56, Scott.
I'm not
Derek and I are both
56.
37, so
Yeah.
I mean,
my
DuckTales. Ooh.
I mean, you even have Ninja Turtles on behind you.
Yeah,
that was another one.
That's definitely going to be. Yeah, Turtles is
Heroes
in my.
in a half shell.
Would have been in my. Would have been a top 5. How about Inspector Gadget?
Yes, I will like that one. Yes.
Ah,
Love Inspector Gadget.
got it.
What about Pink Panther?
Sometimes depends.
Yeah,
It was very. I think the
love the
movies
theme
were
song.
the movies were more fun to watch.
Well, Pink Panther was a very sporadic cartoon. I don't know. It wasn't on like a set schedule at all.
No.
It would just come out at random and be like, "Oh, Pink Panther's on. We gotta watch it."
One of the ones you guys are not mentioning that I also hated. I'm going to list some of the ones I hated when they came on. Scooby-Doo. Dumb. Hated
I love Scooby-Doo.
Gosh, I hated it.
Scooby, Shaggy, all of it.
I liked the characters of Scooby and Shaggy, but the overall show and the things that happened in the show irritated me. I don't know why. As a kid, I was just like, this is so stupid. Gosh. And then they would have they had the Globetrotters on and stuff. They would have guest stars on the cartoon.
Well, I mean, they incorporated pop culture at that point.
It was
weird. They were just trying to be in touch with people.
I guess. It
That's
bothered
all.
me.
I mean,
Velma, come on. Get out of here.
I didn't care for Thelma. I just like Shaggy
It's
and Scooby.
Velma, isn't it?
Okay. I don't think so. I think it's Thelma.
Look it up. I think it's Velma.
It's Velma with a V. V for
That's
Victor.
the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
See? There you go.
How about, guys, the Magic Hour when I was a kid? Tiny Toon Adventures and the Animaniacs.
Again, past my time, man. But I remember the Animaniacs song.
Tiny Toons, Animaniacs, great shows. Velma Dinkley.
If it wasn't for you scheming kids, I would have gotten away with it.
Like Scooby-Doo, let's get out of here.
Yeah, exactly. That's basically it.
That was not a drop.
And they did this thing where when they were running away from ghosts and stuff, first of all, the ghost noise that it would go like this really weird noise, and then when they ran, there was this music and it would go
like Scooby, let's get out of here.
Yeah. Oinks. Yeah. For a show that I really didn't like very much, I'm totally doing all these things from it. But the other thing I was going to mention though, the Bugs Bunnies, they're so politically incorrect now. People would literally lose their minds if they saw the stuff because of when they came out, there were all these Asian jokes and German jokes. I mean, back in the day when we were at war with somebody, we just tore up a culture and we did not give a care what people thought. Not at all. It was racist as all get out, buddy.
Well, like I said, I mean, back in the day, cartoons were part of pop culture.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a huge, huge thing, and they would incorporate politics and this and that, and I mean, that's just the way it was. But now they don't do it that way. You know, it's different, and that's fine. I mean, the kids don't need to worry about that garbage.
Right. Yeah. Gotta watch out for the children. They got a lot on their plate, guys. We should do a show.
Nobody
about
mentioned
that
like
someday.
Daffy Duck, Tweety Bird.
I said Daffy Duck.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
he did. But
we're not talking about specific characters. I forgot.
Well, no,
Sylvester and Tweety.
The whole Looney Tunes cartoons, those have to be my favorite of all time.
Yeah,
for sure. I don't know too many people who would say otherwise.
Yeah,
that has to be. That's just Americana.
We need to actually come back and talk about this again, because I think there's also a whole host of just children's shows that would be good to talk about, because we can't cover all this. We're almost out of time already.
Guys, this ain't a cartoon, but you guys remember that show Reading Rainbow?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
How about Mr. Goodbody?
Take a look. It's in a book. It's Reading Rainbow. I can do anything.
What about the Great Space Coaster? Did you guys watch that?
Nope.
Oh my gosh.
I remember the theme song, but I never watched the show.
Oh, dude. It's time for the news with Gary Gnu. There's no GNUs like good GNUs with Gary Gnu.
Wow.
He almost looked like Alf. Okay. We're going to have to come back to this.
Maybe he should be on Goody in the Morning. Gary Gnu.
There you go. We have to come back to this, though, because we have to talk about all the other, like, the Three Stooges, the Little Rascals, all that stuff. We missed Laurel and Hardy, all those. Dude.
Well, I'll just add it. I'm literally looking at the spreadsheet. I will add it to the spreadsheet.
You know what we need to do, Bob?
A lot of stuff on it.
Let's incorporate more of these cartoons, like get more in depth, and have our cereal week that week. Because what did you do when you watched cartoons? You sat down with a bowl of cereal, didn't you? Yeah.
Well, we are having a week talking about cereal,
dude.
That's going to be in October.
Okay.
So we'll kind of incorporate that into it.
I like that. All right, listen. It's my fault that we have to end a little bit early, but I got to run, and
He's got the runs.
I don't.
He's
not
pretty
right
regular.
at the moment. I am very regular. I never have a problem. I never am like, man, I haven't gone to the bathroom in like a week. That never happens. It's more like I haven't gone to the bathroom in 3 hours. There you go. All right, everybody, I'm sure you're glad you know about that. Make sure that you go check out gameflyoffer.com/HWT. Gameflyoffer.com/HWT. 30 days free, baby. You're going to love it. Also, check us out on Coyote Country Radio. Say hi to Goonie for us. Make a request. You can go to coyote.live. Is that right? Is it just coyote.live?
Yeah.
Just on your phone.
You go on your phone.
Please.
You don't have to get an app or anything like that. You just type that into the browser, and boom, shakalaka, you're listening to country music.
I've got it bookmarked.
And they do sports on there. Our show is on Monday, Wednesdays, and Saturdays on Coyote Country Radio, 8:30. I want to say Central Time, but you guys gave me so much trouble. But there are people that aren't Central Time here. Okay. It's Friday. Have a great weekend. We appreciate you guys. Check us out on Facebook, YouTube, all those places. You know what to do. You know the drill. You know what time it is. Derek knows what time it is.
It's time to go.
It's time to say goodbye. We do really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you guys
watching, listening, all of it
on Say Monday.